If you committed zina before marriage, should you tell your wife after you're married? No. Nor should you tell her before, and vice versa. Now, maybe someone's going to say, well, what did you say earlier about tattoos, dude? Well, we have a really awesome principle in Islamic law that if something is a physical breakdown or something which is shameful, that's part of your physical body that your spouse actually has to look at all the time, right? Then they should be informed about that, like a tattoo. Because that's the right of being appealing to each other. Look at the beauty of Islam. Secondly, if it's something that is going to explicitly harm that person. So if you had, God protect us, I've known this happen to Muslims who were promiscuous before marriage and they got herpes. And they would have to tell, someone before they get married, I have herpes. Or any type of disease, because you could spread that disease to them. But if it's a sin, something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala satarahullah, then the Prophet said, Kullu ummati ma'afun, every one of my community is forgiven except for those who expose their sins to people. And this kullu means am. And it falls on everyone. So those things that Allah has hidden from sins that do not carry with them any type of physical harm to a potential spouse, you should not talk about them. Secondly, you should not ask about them. One of the reasons I married my wife, out of a plethora of infinite reasons why, let me make that clear, in case she sees that recording, I couldn't even list them all, wallahi, is that she never asked me about my past. She never asked me about what it was like before you were Muslim, right? Because I accepted Islam, alhamdulillah. So, no, and you should not ask about this stuff. You should not ask about these kind of things when you marry someone. Oh, by the way, before we signed the contract, did you? It's not cool, man. And it's from the sunnah of the Prophet not to ask people even where they came from. Anta jitta min ayna jit. Where have you come from? Because they might have come from a place of ill repute. And their shyness prevents them from saying it to you so they might lie, so you cause them to fall into a greater sin. So no, you don't have to tell people about that, and we should not be asking about that, because the right of every Muslim upon us is bara'atu dhimma, is that they are good people, right? And that we should be careful about those things. Sometimes we slander the youth. Oh, these Muslim youth, they're horrible. You just slandered all the Muslim youth. Well, the right of Muslim youth is bara'atu dhimma. Oh, these chachas and chatis and uncles, these people are the worst, astaghfirullah azim, ever in the world. La, the asl of these people is bara'atu dhimma. And that's why I told some Christians a few days ago in Boston, we don't believe in original sin, we believe in original goodness. We inherited the goodness of Allah's creation, not His evil.